you can find ways for your class and their class to do something together, particularly through technology, something online. You know, maybe a poetry event or get together for some social event and practice your English. These are the kinds of activities that can be done without cost, just a little extra effort from you to make your class more animated, the learning experience more animated.
My name is Thomas Ham. I'm actually the Director of Public Affairs for the U.S. Embassy in Managua. It is always a great pleasure to see how Anpi and how Centro Cultural support teachers, because the most important part of education is that teachers continually feel interested and committed. You can be a great teacher, but you always have to be committed to learning more. So teaching, in fact, is always representing a commitment to lifetime learning. And it's always great to see organizations because there's always people researching, investigating from various points of view. Structurally about languages, about the way the brain works, about how people learn. And there's always the possibility to find new ways of doing things. So the support of professional organizations is just crucial. Because teachers are among the most important people in society, it's hard to think of anyone who has excelled, who has really done important things in almost any field, who their original inspiration wasn't a teacher.
El inglés, poco a poco en Nicaragua, con esto de los famosos call centers, con esto de los anuncios, que ya viene el canal por Nicaragua, que hay que prepararse porque vienen chinos y gringos, etc. Entonces hay que aprender inglés. Con esto de la explosión del turismo, hay que aprender inglés. Sí, hay que aprender inglés para prepararnos para los nuevos oficios. Pero yo diría, y esa es la invitación que yo dejaría para ustedes y para sus estudiantes, es que hay que aprender el idioma inglés, hay que aprender cualquier otro idioma y fundamentalmente el inglés para aprender más. Ese es el gran tema de hoy. El aprendizaje permanente, el aprendizaje para toda la vida. No se deja de aprender y se aprende más y mejor si no solamente tengo un idioma en mis manos. Estoy mejor capacitado, tengo mayores fortalezas si el ser humano conoce otro idioma y a través de él puede acceder a otras culturas.
Okay, so let's welcome Gana Machishna, Academic Director, Book Services Express Publishing. Today, her presentation is about teaching digital natives.
Why digital native? What is the concept of digital natives and how did we actually come up with this topic? It resulted probably from a huge gap of what students were exposed to outside of the classroom, you know, all those gadgets, iPods, iPads, tablets, and whatever, and what they had in the classroom, okay? So it actually resulted from teachers seeing how demotivated some of their students were. Okay, they were demotivated with their homeworks, they were demotivated with what they were doing in the classroom, they were constantly texting, they were constantly browsing, and so on and so forth. But at the school, in fact, it all was, you know, with pen and papers, usual tasks, you know, working just with the books, and this huge gap basically brought our students to losing their interest quite often in what they were doing, okay, at schools. How many of you, okay, are using the interactive whiteboards at school? None? None. Okay. Computers. Internet. At least for homeworks. Ah, okay. No. No internet for home. Okay. How many of you allow their students use their mobile phones? Ooh, okay. Good. All right. The news is that, first of all, they were born and not downloaded. The news is the way our students, in fact, perceive the information differs greatly from the way we perceived it. The speed with which they perceive the information is much higher than our speed. Therefore, this new generation of the students, and I mean those from 0 years old all the way to at least 16, 17 years old, is defined as digital natives. All right, this concept, as I told you, is not that new, although it became recently like an umbrella topic for the majority of the conference. So they are no longer the people our educational system was designed to teach. All right, because again, our educational system is entirely based on the books, some kind of a knowledge, some kind of an information our students are provided with. They do not search for this information. And this is something they just have to learn. And this is probably the biggest shift that we have right now. The most useful designation found for them was the digital natives. They are native speakers of the digital language of computers, video games, and the internet.
A year ago, we started our Say It in English program. Who's seen a video from Say It in English? Quite a few of you. Well, one of the things we noticed was that, particularly in Nicaragua, students have a hard time actually getting on their feet and talking because they have mucha pena y más vergüenza a veces. And so we use theater and performance as a way to get people up out of their chairs and forget that they feel shy. And so at a very basic level, we're using performance methodologies in the classroom to make class more interesting, more dynamic. Well, when we started doing this, after a while, we noticed that we had a small group of students who were getting pretty good at it. So we thought, well, why don't we share the way we do theater in the classroom? Maybe we'll write a play. And so we did. We sat around with the students, and we created a story called Bus Stop, which was the story of 5 students here at CCNN and their 2 years studying English.
Most people in Nicaragua live on the Pacific coast, but we want to bring our shows to the Caribbean side of the country as well.
We know even his mad boyfriend. Well, Juancito lost your boyfriend. You knew that I was interested in him. Well, maybe I was interested in him too, right?
When I started as an artistic programmer at CCNN, I visited the American Binational Centers in Guatemala and San Jose, Costa Rica, to get to know my partners and observe their cultural activities. We talk about sharing cultural programs between BNCs in the region. In the case of videos or recording, we can share through the internet, but in terms of live performance or exhibition, we have to try.
Access program motivates boys and girls to participate.
Hello everyone, my name is Wilber Mondragon Sanchez.
I live in a small community. named El Mojón in San Jose Cusmapa, Somoto. Every day, I wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning. I go to my kitchen and light the fire. I do the dishes and grind the corn to make tortillas. Classes start at 8 a.m. and if I want to be on time, I have to leave home by 6:30 a.m. Then I walk for about half a mile and cross a hill to get to the community El Mojón.
El Mojón está a unos 5 kilómetros de la zona urbana. Para venir de allá, venimos subiendo. Y una de las complicaciones que tiene es que es zona fronteriza.
The road is steep and rocky, and sometimes I have to stop to drink water in small brooks along the way. It takes me an hour and a half to get to school, but I think it is worth it because I can have a better future.
La ironía está en que los de las comunidades llegan más temprano generalmente que la gente que vive más cerca. Es porque aquellos sienten más amor, hay más anhelo de superación. Y cuando hablamos de anhelo de superación, los estudiantes no quieren tener en 10 años las mismas condiciones que tenemos ahora.
Okay, good morning everybody. We are the first group and we are going to talk about global warming. Being a good student gave the opportunity to be accepted in the Access program and learn English. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Wilber. I am a student of Anpi program. Our group are grateful for this scholarship that we got from Centro Cultural Nicaragüense Norteamericano and American Embassy.
You feel the same, then I only dreaming. Is this burning and eternal flame?
Cuando le dieron el diploma a Wilber en el grupo Access, yo me sentí orgulloso.
Wilber Leobanes Mondragón Sánchez.
The first day of class, when I got the certificate of participation in the program, I felt very excited. It is the first time I get a certificate like that, and it's also the first time that a person comes from very far away to a little town like San Jose Cusmapa to share a good moment with us.
Por primera vez él tiene su diploma de inglés.
Es una situación digna de admirar al estudiante que es de la zona rural. Cómo se divide el tiempo para que este estudiante tenga que aprovechar las horas de luz para el estudio.
Meanwhile, I stay in school to fulfill my life goals such as learning to speak good English to get a new job, helping my family to improve their life conditions, and getting into med school to become a doctor.
The most important is for this type of students, kids, rural areas, learning the language. Okay, let me just, Wilber, they have something for you, a message for you, some words for you.
Okay, good afternoon. So thank you for your time, and I just want to tell you that you have to motivate your student because you are teachers. So like you saw in the video, our teacher was always motivating us to continue learning English because, like, you know, English is going to help you. That was the word that our teacher taught us every day. Keep learning English, continue learning English, because this is going to change your life and you are going to have a better future. So if you motivate your student, maybe they are going to have something that they want to continue learning English. So, and I'm inviting you to continue learning you because we don't know everything in our life. We have to learn more about everything during our life. So thank you very much, and nice to meet you.